finished the 2016 Holiday BookTube-A-Thon. I read a little faster than expected, which is good. I finished all of the reading challenges, which is good. It just goes to show that underachieving pays off. Let that be a life lesson to you, kiddos. Set the standards for yourself really low and you're bound to be pleasantly surprised. Alright, so on to the books. I'm going to do these in the order I read them, not necessarily in the challenge order. First I read the first book in the Spiderwick Chronicles by Tony DeRozzi and Holly Black. We're just going to like breeze over that name as if it's not difficult at all. This was for the Read a Book in a Genre You Discovered This Year challenge, and while I didn't really discover middle grade this year, I discovered a love for it. So that was kind of why this book was chosen for BookTubeAthon. This was so good. I have no complaints whatsoever for this. Was so great. I'm super disappointed I didn't just grab the whole entire series at the library. I'm hoping next week to go get them because I just want to devour all of these. It was so great. It was about fairies and not just cute, frilly, you know, tiny women delicate fairies like the fae, like just the kind of nitty-gritty, mischievous, conniving side of the fae that I think is very often underrepresented. So it was really nice and it was refreshing and it was beautifully told and just a great example for the kind of writing I want to do in the future, which was kind of the point in starting this series as a side point. Like, not the only reason to read it, but that was one of the reasons to read it, and it just turned out to be a great, cool story with fun characters and believable characters, and just the voice of the book was just so a child. Like, it just, like, I felt like a kid reading this. Like, I understood that. So yeah, 2 thumbs up, highly recommend. Yay. Yay. The second book I read was for the Read a Book That Was Gifted to You challenge. This book was given to me many years ago. I finally read it cover to cover. I finally laughed through it and just loved every minute of it. William Shakespeare's Star Wars, Verily A New Hope by Ian Doescher. Okay, here's what I have to tell you about this book. First of all, it was just as hilarious, if not even funnier than I expected it to be. I expected to really just guffaw the entire book, which I did. But I also found some very enlightening character information in this book. The book is written as a play, and it gave this great opportunity for character insight. For example, like they do a lot of aside monologuing, which is really cool because you get to like legitimately hear out loud a lot of character motives, especially R2-D2. So he goes throughout the play, beep boop beep squeak wee woo, you know, all these things, but then every once in a while R2 will have an aside and he'll be like, okay, why does he keep calling me an idiot? And it was just kind of refreshing to like get this little extra character thought from all of them. Like, it was great. I just loved it, okay? It added a lot of depth to the characters that I wasn't expecting. Not that I didn't think those characters had depth, it was nice to read it aloud, basically, to like see it before your eyes. If you like Star Wars and or Shakespeare, just do yourself a favor and get this. I'm gonna need you to trust me. The first reading challenge was to read a book that has your favorite color on the cover, and I just took that to heart and read Anne of Green Gables because it is green and it says green right on the title. So bonus points to me. I loved this book so much. Anne Shirley has skyrocketed to the top of my favorite literary characters list. She is giving Hermione Granger a run for her money, because those two are in a dead heat tie right now for my favorite female character ever. Like, I saw a lot of myself in Anne Shirley. She's much braver than I am, so mine's more of an internal Anne. But I just loved her so much. I loved this book so much and was so engrossed with Anne and her world that, like, I didn't even pause to annotate anything. Like, this is the kind of book that usually would have all kinds of sticky notes sticking out of it. I couldn't even stop for a second to highlight or to note or to pencil or to anything. Like, I'm just so, I finished it just a few minutes ago. I was just so engrossed and so delighted and so charmed by these characters in this story, in this world. There isn't much more to say about it. So, if you don't know, Anne is this adorable, insanely brilliant and creative little orphan girl at 11 years old, and she is mistakenly sent to the Cuthberts who want to adopt a boy to help on their farm. At first they're mad about it, but they decide to keep her, and of course the story just blossoms from there of this little girl growing up. I just love so many things about this book. I loved the friendships, I loved the language, I loved the imagery, I loved the characters, I loved the plot, I loved the storytelling, I loved the setting, I loved everything. I just loved it all. I loved every single moment of this book. A very easy classic to read. If you're looking to get into classics, this is a really good one to consider because it's very simple. It's not like too flowery in its language, but it still uses very beautiful words. So, oh, Anne Shirley, be still my heart. Okay, so as you can see, the 3 books I read I loved dearly for very different reasons, but I mean, they were all just like Goodreads 5-star, and I adore all 3 of them. I had such an enjoyable time with BookTubeAthon. I did a few of the Twitter sprints. Unfortunately, the way my schedule was, the times that the Twitter sprints were happening in my time zone just turned out to coincide with things that I had going on for the holiday stuff, but that's okay. I still had a great time for my first BookTubeAthon. I'm definitely going to do it again in the summer. I highly recommend it for everyone. It was so fun. This is such a great community. BookTube's amazing, but everybody knows that. Like, that's not a secret. Yeah, that was my exhilarating and lovely holiday BookTubeAthon experience. Comment down there if you participated, or if you wanted to participate, or what you read, or what you think about these beauties that I tackled. And yeah, I hope everybody has a really happy new year. Please stay safe out there, you guys. Thumbs up the video if you liked it, subscribe for more, please, and thank you.